So another thing that I need to do, getting ready for the colder temperatures that are coming, is take care of my fountain. And I'll show you how it's made, how I built it, and what I do to drain it to get ready for the cooler temperatures so it's not frozen and it's not breaking over the winter. So the main structure is these two pieces here. They were purchased separately from Home Depot. And inside here I have a lot of rocks that are built up to the top here. So this piece will sit on top of this piece here. And then I'll show you around the back side. There's a basin that's about 3 or 4 feet in diameter down here in the ground. And what happens is a pump will sit in the basin here, and it brings water up through here into this pipe, and that pipe takes a 90-degree turn upwards to the top of the fountain here. And then the water just works its way back down and it recycles through. Underneath all of these rocks here is some chicken wire to keep the rocks from going into the basin. And then the base of this part of the fountain here is actually sitting on, I think, 10 1-inch stepping stones that are just stacked up on top of each other. And then right here, this is just a drain. We'll see this in action today. And then this hose here actually runs back along the side here under the stairs and out the other side up to this splitter here. And so if I ever need to refill that basin on the other side over here, all I need to do is make sure that the water is going to flow into this hose, which it is, turn it on, and then it will fill up the fountain. I don't have to drag the hose over to the other end over here to fill it. It will just fill up. And I need to fill it up every couple days or so, just because of evaporation and things. And then probably once a month or so, you can see there's some algae growing on this rock here, but once a month or so I'll put some bleach in there to clean it out, and it works really, really well. So draining the fountain's really very simple. All I do is disconnect the hose here, and I stick it in a garden hose, and I run the garden hose all the way out to the street. And I just let the pump do the work. It just pumps all the water out of the basin, down the garden hose, out to the street. So then when that's done, when this is empty, I'll drain this, I'll open this up, and then everything that's in here will drain out into the basin, and I can just keep going, pumping this water out from here out to the street. So I opted for a bigger funnel here and just stuck the hose in there for now. And that seems to fit into the garden hose pretty good. I think later on, down the road, I'm gonna, next time I'm at the hardware store and remember to do it, I'll get a 1/2-inch barb like this and see if I can get like a male end 3/4 inch threaded, just so I can just plug it right into the female end of the garden hose there. I think that'll work a lot better. But for now, this is working. You can see we're draining pretty good there. So we'll let that go a little bit longer, and then we'll release this one. Okay, the main part's draining out now, filling up that basin a little bit, but we're still pumping out to the street. So that one's obviously draining down here. We're getting closer to being empty, and then we can work on this one up here. Okay, so I got about as much water as I could get out of there using the pump alone. It didn't take very long, but the next thing to do is to get the pump out. And I made a little door out of the chicken wire here, and I just hold it together with zip ties. And so all I need to do to get in there is just cut through these zip ties. Super easy. And then I just replace them later. And so that will give me access to pull the pump out. And then the rest of the water I'll get out with a wet vac. Okay, that's all done now. Really nice to have that done. There's definitely some tweaks that I want to make in the future to make that a little bit easier to do. Just making it so that it's easier to connect the pump to the hose, and it's easier to drain the bottom piece. I want to put maybe a 90-degree angle on that so it doesn't initially spray outside of the basin. And then I want to do something where I can drain the top a little bit easier too. Subscribe to the channel and follow along. Those changes will be made probably in the spring, and we'll look forward to doing that, and we'll look forward to spring weather for sure. So with that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.